Hey, what's up? Dusk the Viking here, and God, look at that screen tear. I finally noticed. Where do I turn this on? I've come up with a really interesting way to play Phasmophobia. One, we're gonna play on professional and not nightmare mode. And we're gonna nickname this investigation mode. Alright, looks like we need to go down to the basement. The idea here in our nicknamed investigation mode is that we don't look for clues first. We look for behaviors. Oh. Alright, well, we found a ghost. We look for behaviors. We try and figure out what the ghost is first, based purely off behaviors. Oh, I hate this basement for that, dude. That heavy funk that happens in the rafters, that can just die in a fire. So yeah, the idea, let's see if it blows us out again. I don't think I turned those lights on in there. Let's go get a, let's not get a black light. Let's not get a black light. Alright, let me finish explaining the investigation mode. You go in first, you figure out where the ghost is, which, you know, put up your trackers and motion sensors, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And you start out by looking into behavior. Once you get enough behavior, you take a guess at which ghost you think it is. And then once you have the ghost figured out, or, you know, a good guess figured out based on behavior, like, let's say, this thing's kind of active and rambunctious, and it blew my candle out as soon as I went in there. Let's say maybe Onryo. So, now that I have a guess, I will use only the tools that are listed under Onryo to look for evidence. And then we will continue to do that. That way we get a really nice in-depth investigation. We get to focus on behavior, but we don't have to deal with some of the random RNG scenarios that can pop up with nightmare mode, where you end up with unsolvable scenarios. So I'm going to do a wraith behavior check here. Wow, I put the salt down and it went inactive. That kind of strange. Okay, that was in here. Play the piano. I'm gonna try and get it to walk through the salt. We're gonna do just like a wraith test, because why not, right? Okay, so we know not a wraith. It's out in the hallway now. So it is doing some localized roaming, right? Let's get our candle back out. Whoop. And our lighter. And let's take this over here. It's in the bathroom now. What is this? Oh, it's turned back? This is the last place. Let's see if we can chase it somewhere. Interesting, it did not go through there. Am I hearing two sets of footsteps? Or did it just push through this wall here? Alright, so I'm gonna rule out Onryo because it didn't really flee from the flame, you know? It kind of stayed in the area. It's not a wraith. Normal activity. It's not turning off lights. Let's get a parabolic and see if it's chatty on that, like it might be a myling or something. It is throwing a lot of stuff in the garage. So we could have maybe a poltergeist. And if so, maybe I want to bring... Let's go take a picture of some stuff and let's get that. If it's a poltergeist, maybe I want to like try and cluster some things out in the hallway where it seems to be mostly. Because it might have only went out into the garage so it could throw stuff. Which could also mean it could be an Oni, right? Nothing here. Did activity kind of die off a little? Boop. Alright, there we go. Got our pictures. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some stuff out in the hallway for it to play with. And see if that changes anything. So messing with some doors. Here's another plate. Put this one in the bathroom. Alright, I'm gonna lean away from Polter and start to lean in toward Oni a little bit. Because while it was throwing a lot of stuff, can you give us a sign? Where are you? And if I need a hiding spot, I think I'll just bolt back there. We'll go back to that closet and then just open the door in the final closet and hide behind the door. I feel like it's pretty solid spot. I always have pretty good luck back there. Check that thing out, dude. Wow, sanity is looking good. So it's not a sanity drainer. Motion sensor goes to vent. I think we'll grab some motion sensors. That makes sense. And because we have a lot of like doors and throwing only, like that's all we have. You know, in general activity with a little bit of reactivity to me. So we're gonna go for that. EMF 5 freezing dots. Ah, God, we don't have freezing though. Still, Oni's my guess, so we're gonna do EMF 5 freezing and dots. Do I have 2 of these? Yeah, let's get 2 of these in here, and then we'll get the EMF reader, the dots projector, and we use the motion sensors to figure out exactly where we need to put this stuff. So I can't tell if it's if it's out here in the hallway, if it's in the bathroom, or if it is indeed just mostly in the garage. I hear it booping. And it's just kind of coming through the wall. Well, we saw its footsteps, though. We know it was stepping around out in that hallway quite a bit. Let's get our... Or not. Alright. Okay, it's physically in the bathroom. Alright. So it is exactly where the salt showed it to be. So dots projector and EMF 5 and freezing. Now we know exactly where it's active, so that helps. Until it moves. Hopefully it doesn't move just yet. I'm gonna put this like right here. And let's see. Can you throw something? Give us a sign. Close the door. Did it just throw something out here? There's the 5. Flashy lights, that doesn't really mean anything. We're just going to watch the dots projector. Ghost orbs was not one of our things, so I'm not using a camera to see this. Now, if it was a Goryo, if our guess was Goryo, that would have changed things, right? But we're going to watch this ghost. It's pretty active. I think if it's going to do dots, it'll do dots. Boy, it's in that bathroom quite a bit, huh? Maybe I better get another dots projector to put in the bathroom so we have better blanket coverage, and we'll get freezing. And then I think we have to rule out. The Oni. Ooh, look at that EMF 5 event. Feisty. Let's get one of these in there. We can go ahead and log our evidence here, and then we'll make our next guess based off our other. But it seems pretty confident right now. Pretty sure thing that we're not dealing with an Oni. But we'll finish our Oni investigation first. 15. 18. Wow, it's actually... Oh, no! What? I don't see freezing breath. Wait, is this an Oni? Were we right? Let's get our freezing temps. Oh my god. Now, I thought I heard 2 steps of footsteps before, but I've had that happen before near walls. And we thought, oh, we got twins, and we thought we heard 2 doors. But it was just the audio occlusion, and it turned out to be a Jinn, and it was not in 2 places at once. So there's a lot of things, you know, Phas is just rough around the edges in a lot of aspects. So it's in the bathroom. The dots are so easy to miss. Alright, what are our other options here? Shade, Jinn. I've not heard it aside from the weird footstep audio, but we had a footstep halfway inside a wall. Whoops, did it place the camera underneath there? We are going to go ahead and put a camera down and look at the dots projector through the camera. And if it's just absolutely not this dots projector, we'll theorize something else. And I get, when in doubt, go shade. That's... Alright, let's get some lights off here. Whoop. When in doubt, go shade. Mr. Pumpalumpkin Man, how you doing? Boy, it is just active. It is really just moving around, though. It's not roaming far, but where it does roam, it's such an aggressive roamer. Such an aggressive short-range roamer. Which, you know, let's consider that. It isn't a short-range roamer, which is going to make it territorial. So this might actually be a Jinn. Speaking of Jinns sounding like they're in 2 places at once and debating me, this could be another example of a Jinn sounding like it's in 2 places at once, throwing up a debate. So I don't think we're going to see dots projector at this point. That seems pretty ruled out. So let's move on to Jinn as our next guest. Ghost, come over here with Jinn. And fingerprints is going to be our our discerning evidence for the Jinn. This thing is being very handsy with stuff, so I feel like this is going to be pretty solid to get. Now, Jinns have notoriously been notorious for draining sanity. It's like a hidden second trait, or third trait, whatever you want to call it. But like a lot of old school ghost behaviors, many of them were actually manifestations of bugs that gave a lot of the ghosts these unique quirks and personalities that were never really, you know, probably intended to be a part of the game. So the Jinn sanity drain might be one of those. Maybe they got her fixed up. Did it turn a breaker off? It is. Close the door. Let's get rid of these so I can see fingerprints. Whoop. Turn on a light. Can you close this door? Open a door. I'm gonna get the power back on. Whoop. It's being a little less active now that the power's not on, but that's probably just coincidence. There's not technically an interaction like that in the game. It's in there. Open the door. Can you open the door? Was that me or was that it? Give us a sign. Did it just re-step in that salt? You see that salt change color? Can you open the door? What's it doing? That's so weird. What if I crack the door a little bit? Shut that one. Close the door. Open the door. Turn off the light. Well, it just died in activity. What happened? Like, as soon as I brought the thermometer in, now it's just dead activity. Let's watch and see if it messes with a door while we're not in there. It's so bizarre. It's just gone dormant on us. It was so active. I am confused. Like, I can't get fingerprints if it's just dead activity. So what can I do to get the activity back up? We can salt it up again. And then if that doesn't work, I can get a smudge stick. So this is the only way I know to coax more activity out of it. We'll just put we'll put one salt in the bathroom, one out in the hallway. We shouldn't need to put a third one out. Whoops. And then I'll go ahead and put the salt in the kitchen as a marker. Alright, open a door. Give us a sign. There we go. Now this is professional, so it would have left a handprint if that's what we were dealing with. So we can rule out Jinn and move on to Shade. Let's move on to shade, because when in doubt, go shade, and we're down to that part yet. So what do we have for evidence on shade? I feel like it's like an orb or something. Oh, writing. There we go. There we go. We'll go ahead and grab 2 books. Check out that sanity. So the Jinn sanity drain might still be in the game. You know, for a bit, I actually thought we had the Oni, right? Like, right at the start. Is the power off again? Let's go turn the power back on and see what it writes in the book while we're down here. Whoop. I mean, there's a sudden level of dormancy. I would normally be like, oh, this is the giveaway on shade. But if you watch the hour-long video, we know that ghosts just kind of have these activity swells, and then they have low spots. Like this is just how they do. You want to write in the book? You want to throw something? If it's a shade, maybe it wants the lights off, although I don't think that's really a thing anymore. Oh, we keep that light on, why not? And I'll keep this light on. Whoop. We're just gonna process of eliminate this down to twins there. It's being mostly active with doors right now, so let's put the books at the doors. This is how you book. And I'll be honest, having the lights on or off didn't really seem to affect activity. So we'll just turn them on. We'll leave the bathroom. I'll put that one there. We'll have one in the bathroom, one out of the bathroom, both next to doors. And we just kind of wait, I suppose. So if this isn't it, if we rule this one out, although sometimes ghosts just won't write. The behavior for a shade is that as a solo player, I have no indicators if it's a shade. Cool. It's not done a single event where it's thrown 2 things or done 2 doors at the same time in different locations. It's not really roaming anywhere. Unless the fingerprints thing was God, look at that screen tear. I finally noticed. Where do I turn this on? Jesus Christ. I completely forgot. I just noticed as I was flinging my camera around. Holy moly. That makes this whole video probably super hard to watch. I'm sorry. Damn. Well, I don't really have anything to go on here. Open a door. The only thing I can think of is that maybe they don't do 100% fingerprints on professional. The patch notes changed how that stuff works, and I'll be honest, I just don't remember. Because it was worded oddly, and we were like, oh, it does this, and then we were like, oh, no, never mind, it's actually this way, and I can't remember what our conclusion was. There's the freezing breath, finally. I can't believe it was like -10, and we still weren't seeing our breath. Okay, it's this one. Okay, well, yeah, we're definitely no fingerprints. We're definitely no writing. Whoop. So I guess that leaves it with twins. And the final evidence for twins would be a spirit box. This is really bizarre because they haven't done a double activity anywhere that I've seen. I'm trying not to stare at the board too much because, you know, if it's nightmare mode, you're not even supposed to have that. Alright, let's get back in here. Maybe the double footprints, but that's weird because only one ghost stepped in the salt. It's... Where are you? Turn our lights off. Where are you? Where are you? Are you old? Are you friendly? Are you young? Where are you? Are you here? Hold on. Is this Oni after all? Wait. Is this Oni after all? Was our first guess the right guess all along? Am I playing nightmare mode and I don't know it and there's only 2 clues? What's going on? The only thing I feel really solid about is ruling out the fingerprints because we did so many hits on the fingerprints, right? Like, it just opened this door. Let's just do one more for fun. Just one more fingerprint check. And out we go. And now I'm just so confused. I'll be honest. It's starting to seem like a shade that is just refusing to write in the book, as shades often do. Refuse to write in their books. And I might not have the book in the right location. Okay, it's in the bathroom. Outside. Okay, I need to get this thing off my head. Not you. Oh, it's not. It was F, wrong key. Whoop. Okay, I think we're process of elimination, calling it a shade. It's right here. It's right here. I mean, it chucked that hammer pretty decently, but, you know, not super far away or anything. There we go. Watch our dots in here for a second. God, it's such a micro roamer. This is giving us the middle finger here. Look at this thing. Look at it. Alright. Talk about difficult. Man, these shades are gonna be the death of me. Alright, it's gonna take one last check at the book to see if that's what we have here, and then we're gonna pack it up and call it a day. We're gonna pack it up and call it a shade. Through process of evidential elimination. And the most stubborn form of evidence is usually the book. Like, if you get something that doesn't want to give out evidence, it's usually writing. That they're going to be the most stubborn with. And I could sit here and finagle around evidence. Well, the only other thing it could be is maybe a really stubborn spirit box, which would be twins, but I really haven't seen any indicators that we have a twins ghost here. They're not, you know, there's no simultaneous activity, so we got a shade, I think. Let's find out what it is. I'm so confused. But anyway, this is investigation mode. You go in, you do behavior first and evidence second to, like, verify and whittle it down. Given the scope of the game right now, I think this is probably the most interesting and fun way to play the game.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
It was an Oni, and it was just not doing dot. So our initial guess was right, actually. Our initial behavioral guess, pure behavior, was right. But it would not interact with the dumb dots projector. And that was professional, so it should have given us our 3 evidence, right? Like, man, I'm so confused. Anyway, what a crazy ghost. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all in the next video.